SBGB TV live call-in show.
What's going on, DEEZY?
What's going on, Rock?
Not much, man. This particular situation, right? I feel strongly about because I follow it a little bit strongly, right? I think they might got him on the taxes and the unexplained money. But all the other stuff is hearsay. You can't judge me on that unless the people that does it is gonna give it to me. That situation with Monster paying Big U for so-called protection money and extortion money. Big U got messages where he tell Big U that he owed him that money.
So where did you see that at?
I saw it on the active page, right?
Man, dog, man, don't tell me nothing about that nigga,
bro.
Listen, bro, no cap, bro. Don't tell me nothing about you seeing on that nigga page, bro. That nigga's a stone cold lie, bro. That nigga sat there and read for an hour of some shit that wasn't even me, bro.
But you know, I was in the chat with that, but what I was saying is though, right? The reason why Big U don't ever, like, when you watch other pages, right, that break down the paperwork, he never extends that, right? Yeah, you right. They got money, they write down the serial numbers and they give the people. They've been watching him for so long doing that, right? But Bull got text messages where he got main man saying, I'm giving $2,500 tomorrow. I'm gonna give it to you. That alone situation is null and void. That Bull, he has him in the bag. That's why a lot of his defense is not towards that money or doing nothing like that. He's trying to expose the rat in the situation. Yeah, we know Monster and Molly Mall was both ratting, right? He's trying to expose the big mole rat, the nigga that's hiding under the ground. He's trying to bring that out.
Hey, listen, Rob, you gotta understand this, bro. I know you listen to these other people and shit, right? Bro, this is the feds, bro. You think that they wasn't making these payments in they put it in the complaint, bro. They put all the payments that they was making to Big U in the complaint. They put the dates. Do you think all of those are separate accounts? You think they gonna play with that shit? That ain't no light shit. And you extorting and then you taking the feds' money and spending the money from the feds? Man, that shit ain't light, bro. Big U, they gonna rock. They gonna rock Big U, bro. I understand. I don't know what counts you talking about, but I'm talking about the counts that they saying that Big U was extorting. They made extortion payments to Big U 3 days before he got locked up, bro. They got Dale telling, we can talk about Dale's charges or whatever he got. When he get on the witness stand, the thing about going to trial, I've been there 5 times, bro. The thing about going to trial is who can convince the jury. Me and you can say all the shit that we want to say about his phone, the text messages, all that shit. If you go in there in front of a jury and say you was making payments for the FBI and the FBI shows a jury. Now, these are older, probably white people that are going to be presiding, sitting there listening to the case saying, yo, I was making payments to Big U for this, that, and the third for this amount of time. Big U robbed my dispensary. Big U did all this shit to me. And then you get the FBI on the stand and say, yes, I was surveilling. I got audio. I got documents. And then you got to understand there's sealed documents that they got that we have not seen. So the documents that are sealed are shit that they feel they don't want to expose unless they got to go to trial, and it's valuable, bro. So we can't say, oh, the case is beat because we ain't seen the sealed documents. Them sealed documents is some shit that is valuable to the case.
No, and I agree with that, right? But the only thing I don't agree with is the fact that that nigga who said Big U was extorting him owed that nigga $30,000. That null and voids all of that extortion shit out the place.
How do you know he owes Big U 30, bro?
He said it.
Bro.
There's a text message. That's what I'm saying. There's a text message. I'm going to find it for you, right? There's a text message, right? Where he tells you, yo, I owe you this 30. I don't have it to pay you, but I'm going to give it to you.
So now listen to what you're saying, right? If Big U was robbing and extorting him, right? Running into the dispensary, they got loose cannon robbing him. Why wouldn't he tell Big U that he owe him $30,000 because the boy done robbed him and gave him some money back and say, yo, you owe me money? Big U wasn't.
This is my thing, right? Fuck loose cannon. He ain't never allegedly robbed nobody. When we got him in a room, I was in a room with TC Bay. Listen. I was in a room with TC Bay. I was in a room with Mike Knox. I was in that room where he tried to make it seem like he robbed Meek Mills in the club.
Understand that, bro.
That Cash Jones got on a fucking job, he thought it was Meek Mills.
But you gotta understand.
It was Marley Marl.
Do you know that I talked to Dale?
Yeah, I was here.
Okay, then. So if I talk to Dale, right, and Dale is saying that the boy was robbing and extorting me, right, and you gotta understand it was other niggas there on the robbery, right? It was other people that's on YouTube.
Hey, bro. You know I be in Cleveland, right?
Do you know that it was other people on the robbery, though?
Right. I know that. But you know I be in Cleveland, right? So you know I know of Dell, right? So you know what? Yeah, you know I know who he telling on out there, right?
Dale is telling on a lot of people. Do you understand that, Dale?
Listen, right? He lies, bro. He told the feds that he got 15 from niggas in Cleveland and went to go back to California when he brought 15 from California to Cleveland.
Okay, so now listen to this. If the feds are going to take Dale's count of events as they're valuable, this is what I'm telling you. If Dale lied or not, the whole thing is who can prove to the jury, bro. That's the whole game of this shit. If somebody's lying or not, that's just something for me and you to say. If Dale is lying and he can get in front of a jury of 12 people and convince them that Big U did this, Big U did that, so what? It's many of niggas that have been sent up the river for doing some shit that they didn't do because somebody lied. It's right, who can convince the jury.
That's the nasty work that I don't like, because he got those marked bills from the federals, right, from the federales, and they gave them to that man. That's why it's nasty work. Right, but they got text messages where he telling him before he get the money from the federales, his messages in that man's phone that's telling them, yo, I'm gonna give you 17, 35, 25, 27, 22. I'm gonna give you this money. Even though that money is coming from the feds, he is full warning him that I'm gonna give you this money. All over previous debt, bro.
Hey, bro, you listening to
with extortion.
You listening to them niggas, right? And that's your thing. You listen to everybody and it's cool, bro. I'm just telling you. Do you think that these people don't got how they want to go at this case? You think that they just going in there like they don't? They want to make sure that they convince the jury of their story, right? They're going to convince, especially with that direct link. They did this shit for a couple years. They was paying Big U for a couple years with the shit. Then they got Loose Cannon saying what he's saying about the shit, even though we know Loose Cannon lies. They're gonna use the things that was said to corroborate, and then they got Loose Cannon on the phone with Dale to corroborate that Big U made him do it. Bro, it's a lot of stuff in there, bro. I understand what you think.
But you also know, right? You also know Rick Rock was a security guard when the robbery happened, right?
I done told everybody I don't hear it 5 times.
Right. So you also know that other people can account for the situation that never happened. That the nigga liar Cannon has also. You gotta understand this, right? I get what you're saying, right? You get enough people to lie on somebody, it become the truth, and that's what we need for Wicked and No 100 is trying to understand, right? That's what we're trying to put in place, right? None of that shit gonna matter, because when the proof of the matter that happens, you gotta place people in those areas. You gotta place them in that area. There's never a time where you has picked up from Main Man. These are different situations. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things that's gonna not go right and not go wrong for the prosecution that's trying to put this on them because of their reliable source. It's not going to work, bro.
Hey, listen, bro. You know the feds
got and the donations from the football team, I don't know shit about.
The feds got witnesses that you don't know and I don't know, right? It's people that are witnesses that we don't even know, and we don't even know what they said, bro. We only know what they released to us. So you're going off of the stuff that you only know, not the stuff that you don't know, right? And it's people that have made statements that the documents is sealed and we don't know what they said, bro. You got Wicked100, bro. Wack was running around extorting shit with Big U. Wack is super. And when I say super, bro, he's super reliable to the feds, bro. So when Wack, he says all these lies on the internet that we hear, but when he's talking to them, he's giving them details. He's telling them times. He's telling them points. He's telling them exact things that's happening. And he done explained to them and got Dale, got Molly Mall. Molly Mall was getting pressure ran on him too. You got to understand, bro. Big U been extorting a lot of people, bro.
All right.
He's been extorting more than just Dale.
Right. I fuck with the channel, right? And I get what you're saying. When Wack be brief, he definitely giving them more than what he's presenting, right? So I'm up it from 20 subscribers or 20 to the channel, right?
Yeah.
I'm up it to 40, man.
All right. Let's bet. We got February coming, right? Now, if Big U take a plea, right? I still win.
You know, he lost.
Yeah.
Right, so that's cool. I'm gonna go with that. All right.
SBGB TV live call-in show.
DEEZY, what up? West LA Scoop.
West LA Scoop was popping.
Well, look, I'm gonna just say, you know, I came up in there. We used to see, I beat the Chargers, nigga, like a mob boss.
Okay.
The Chargers can be beat at some time. You know what I'm saying?
Understandable.
Yeah, definitely. But look, your boy ain't gonna get on your caller right now. Before you want to, he want to tell you why you supposed to eat egg whites only. You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
You're like, nah, man, the joke ain't never killed nobody. You gotta look at that too. Hey, but anyway, shout out to the boy Rock. Anyway, you say the boy the boy Flakko, he like them rollback prices at Walmart, huh?
Okay.
You say that's where you shop at? You say he at the same spot all the time, huh?
Yeah. He shop at the worst spot ever.
Look, he's type of nigga. Hey, you head down Fig, you can't get past the nigga. You won't pull over a nut, and then you pull up the Popeyes. That's him, huh? Hey, he buying Popeyes. The nigga's like, what do you say? 150 for Popeyes, and But you know that come with extra fees, right?
Okay.
That means because the homegirls too, the homegirls around. you got to buy the bud, you got to buy the liquor, and you got to buy them X pills. Flakko might have spent about 80 to 90 grand around here. Hey, just on a few trips, man. I'm just being honest. I know how this shit go. Hey.
He was spitting the bag.
Yeah. Hey, what you say? He was feeling that like it was like what you say, like he was messing with Alicia Keys or somebody, huh?
Yeah, he said like he messed with Alicia Keys or somebody fired. Motherfucker Rihanna.
He ran through half of LA with his beef stick, right? Yeah, old Flakko, huh? Hey. But look, let me ask you about this, Dick. How you feel about you familiar with Rockstar, right? Remember, get your ass out and go get it cracking and come back. Rockstar, right?
Man.
But how do you feel about him having Flakko on? Because I know, look. I said about Munchie being the Clinton, but I heard you say that, like, hold on, Munchie might be on. So I'm like, DEEZY keeping it a buck around here, like he say. You said Adam might have him under, like, what the boy Moose say. I got my gag order. Munchie got his gag order from Adam, huh?
Yeah, he can't talk about that shit on the show. It's on the show. He could do it on his own channel, but on the show, he gotta take it easy because Adam don't like that because people know that Wack ain't right, and it's just highlighting it on the platform.
Right. But then the thing about it, like, hold on. This is how I had seen the thing about you today. I always, like I told you, you know what I'm saying, whatever I seen, it might be whatever, not this shit might be 2 months old. I just love hear you go in on the boy. But anyway, Adam done exposed him a few times as being the police, right?
Of course.
But then when he was talking about to Munchie or who, when he said, show me the paperwork, like, hold on now, Adam, now you back, because I heard you backpedaling now. Hold on. You done said, Adam told you, Wack told you to call the police before.
Yeah, of course. Adam said that. He said, yo, you told me to call the police. When the Crips came up there with Travis Ford, Wack told him to call the police.
Right. And he said, what narrative? I think he said, what lies that Wack, no, he said, Adam said when Wack exposed somebody, he exposed him and he let it go. Like, who is he exposed?
You said who exposed?
Adam, the dude Adam said when Wack exposed somebody, he exposed him and he just is like he don't care no more. But who has he exposed? That it was true about him.
Well, we know that dude lie on everybody he can, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The Grizzly shit was nothing he said. I don't know nothing that he said really that stuck to anybody. I'm just be honest. I don't know nothing he said about that. But when the boy Moose was saying like, I don't gotta be like, that should be any man mentality, right? Like, I don't gotta get cool with this dude just to be cool with him, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody should have to do that.
Right, in life, period. Let alone on just a show like that. But he was telling the boy, why, like you say, why, Adam? I never heard you tell Wack to chill out on these guys. You know what I'm saying? And they need to be vice versa. You need to bow down to them before you. Why he never did that before?
Yeah.
Right. And one more thing I want to get to. DEEZY. Have you ever heard the clip where Wack say, "Loose them beat up the Airbnb guy"?
Yeah.
What he say he do? He say when they left, he waited on the police, right?
Yeah, of course. That's what he said. He said, "Man, I ain't go nowhere. I waited till they came to clear my name."
Look, I know you're not a street guy no more. Any type of guy. What would you have did if you'd heard your homeboy did that and you left?
I would have knew he wasn't right.
Right.
I would have knew that nigga told everything. He sat out and told every damn thing.
I'm not doing nothing with this dude no more. Anyway, hey, I just think, hey, when you look back at their relationship, I said every time they had a meeting, bro, I could just imagine Wack going back, jumping in the car with R&B stuff. Like, yeah, I just got this bitch ass nigga to do this for me. And then go loose running to Sharice. Yeah, I just got this bitch ass nigga to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, both some old slime ball ass niggas, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Wack came out on top.
And look, this because I had a lot of shit, but I'm gonna have to go. The last caller kind of threw me off a little bit, and I'm gonna have to run because I got your thing. Because I'm like, look, I got in like Flakko. I was doing a little trick and 8, so I was looking at. I was like, damn, these ain't sent me, but I'm like, I seen it at 11 something because it's kind of coming in late. Who you think out of any one of them, since Moose is there, would be more expendable for Adam to let go?
Sporty Face.
Sporty, okay.
Yeah.
Because Sporty came in supposed to be the intellectual dude, and this dude, so, it just didn't work out that way. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him and whatever, but, it just didn't work out that way. This dude came in, he's like, this dude got an articulated mind. He can speak good. I'm just being honest from like you say, I'm just keeping it a bean shit.
Hey, yeah, Sporty Face ain't got it, man, because he's living on the politics. When you up there, man, you got to be able to speak your mind. If you speak your mind freely and talk about stuff that's going on without any restrictions, if you got that type of mind state, then I think, people want to watch you. But I think, like, them dudes that don't want to speak because the politics, that shit make it like you ain't no value to the podcast.
Right.
And with Wack, he speaks about everything. So it's like he's acting like he's living on the politics towards the gang members, but he's not. So when he gets up there talking, he's talking about everything in every which way. So that's why his shit go up, because it's no restriction on what he's talking about.
Right. And then look, Sporty was trying to get on old boy. He said, what he say? He say that nigga said it, gloves off when his hand. When nigga said something about my mama. I said, hold on, Sporty, what you did to Wack?
Nothing. Nigga been quiet as a church mouse.
Hey, the nerve of these dudes, bro. Do you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you say, like how Wack act like we act like we ain't seen. Hold on, bro. We done seen Wack get at you. Like, hold on, you ain't did nothing.
Did nothing.
You want this man to do the dirty work? What he told him on training day?
Yeah.
Hey, no, homie, you got to put in your own work around here.
Yeah. He went to boy Moose, man, you better than me. How he better than you, nigga? You ain't do shit. Like, come on. Niggas just be saying shit.
Right. And I look. Don't disrespect, because I love my homies is supported. Don't disrespect them. I was shout out West LA Scoop. But look, it's hard. Like, we don't know. They say it's hard for me to look at anybody like, they say you getting a DP. I could never get a DP. Then they say you got a DP. It's just hard for me to take you serious after that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I cannot do it. I can't get no DP, then you get DP. I just can't do it. But anyway, look, I'm gonna get up out of here. Shout out West LA. Shout out SBG TV, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
SBGB TV, live call-in show. State your name, where you calling in from.
Yo, what's going on, DEEZY?
State your name, where you calling in from.
Hey, what's going on, man? This is Mello from LA.
What's going on with you,
on the
Mello?
West Coast. Oh, man, just grinding, man. How you doing, champ?
Everything, Taib, bro. What's popping?
Absolutely. Hey, man, you know you cooking up. I just came to tap in and, salute you like always, but I wanted to second your opinion on what you were saying as far as Big U and why he got a public defender.
Big U.
So initially,
go ahead.
Yeah. So initially, he obviously had a lawyer, but he fired his attorneys. I don't know if you know.
I knew he fired the attorneys, but those was court-appointed attorneys too.
For initially, because initially I heard through the grapevine he had the attorneys and he had them through his son because his son in the NFL.
Man, they was court-appointed attorneys too, bro.
Okay, but the reason. So I didn't necessarily know that. I thought they was attorney. That's what I heard. But neither here or there. He fired them to get the information so he can, like you were saying, as far as your case, he wanted to get all the paperwork himself to see who was actually telling.
But he didn't do it. They appointed him new attorneys, and they not giving it to him still. Now, if he would have fired him, he would be always pro se. It wouldn't be no lawyers on the case, or he could have got attorneys to assist him. He still got attorneys that are in front of the case, so he can't say nothing, and they not giving him certain things in the discovery, so it didn't go like that.
So now he went back to the corner. Yeah. So no, I'm calling to second that. So initially, basically, he had the attorneys, but he fired them to get the paperwork for himself. So he was supposed to be representing himself.
But it didn't go like that.
But it didn't go like that, exactly.
Yeah.
So that they was blocking the paperwork. So now
he didn't stand on it. They scared him.
Now he got the corner pointed right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
They scared him. See, when he did fire the attorneys because he wanted to get himself, they start scaring him. You know, the court starts saying, the judge say this, and they start saying, well, you know, if this happened, you know, you can't appeal this because it is. And that's one thing about not having an attorney, right? If you don't have an attorney, you don't get to fight the ground of ineffective assistant counsel because you don't have one. So they done told Big U, yo, you know, if you go through with this case by yourself and you ain't got no attorney, you won't have certain things that you're able to appeal. So, you know,
certain privileges,
he start thinking, oh man, I need an attorney.
And he ended up going backwards on it. And then, you know, he was trying to do his homework. Like you said, it's harder to fight it inside. He was trying to gather his paperwork, but they, you know, throwing him in a hole and doing all that. And they was messing with him and scrambling his papers, so he didn't have no paperwork.
That's how they do. Listen,
like you said,
it's a dirty game. And that's the shit that I say that people don't think about when they on the street. When you free and you able to do certain things and commit certain crimes, you don't understand that once they get you, now you're in their custody and you don't have no leverage to fight. But you know, it's just like with life. When you live in life, you don't think about what happens if you check out of life. You don't think about when it's time coming if you get sick. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about these things. You know, everybody just, when they running and gunning, they not planning for the things that could come about how your lifestyle is.
Nah, I agree with that. And to bring up the point where you were saying why you aren't able to speak when you have a court-appointed attorney. I'm not sure if you know exactly why you can't talk.
Because you got an attorney. The attorney represents you.
And because basically, you know, you got to pass that bar.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, your attorney got to speak for you. Now, if you by yourself, you get to speak. If you go pro se, you get to speak. But being as though that you got an attorney, it's their system. So everything runs through their system and their program, and you got to go with their program.
And it ain't no system for us, man. Not to go too deep, but have you ever heard of international law, like law of the sea?
Okay, tell me about it.
Okay, so of course you heard of law of the land, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, like we have our Constitution here in the law of the land, right?
Okay.
Okay, so people never think about the international laws. So what they have, and this is why I'm just gonna, you know, give us some game. You can research. I can see some videos as well. The system not for us, and I'm saying for me, you. It's not for nobody, but like this is something that as a culture, as Black people, we need to really look into because words have meanings, you know what I mean? And people don't realize that. So just a quick little basic, you know, like brief little description. So international law, basically everything is based upon water. And it may sound crazy, but when you say like currency, you know, currency, cash flow, you know what I mean? Like all of these things have, you know, water interpretations. So as far as the court system, when you know, like we said, the bar, like when you cross that bar, what is it called when you cross that bar? You open up the floodgate, right?
Okay.
So when you cross that floodgate in the court eyes, you're dead. You're dead because, you know, we're all a corporation, you know what I mean? So now you're a corpse, you're dead. This is why you can't speak for yourself because you don't have a bar. You haven't passed your license to bar.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So, okay, so look, this is how you look it up. It's called real-time amnesty, right? So with the court system, basically they're looking at you like as a dead man, like as a dead person. So this is why it's better if you bail out. Bail, you get what I'm saying? It's all upon water. So that when you fight when you fight from the outside, you know, you have less consequences. You know, like when you bail out, it's always easier to fight out and in. When you in their custody, they look at you as dead. So this is why you can't speak for yourself.
Okay, that's a good point to make.
You get what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna see a video. If I see a video right now, it's probably like a 6-minute video, and he kind of break it down. But like, I don't want to talk to everybody here all day. But like, what the hell this fool talking about? But at the end of the day, words have meanings, and people need to look up this international law because it'll make you sick, and it'll make you like really regret your life if you ever been in the court system. You know what I mean?
Got you.
But no, absolutely, man. I just want to give you a salute, man, and
appreciate
keep your foot on their neck, bro.
I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Absolutely. Have a good one, champ.
You too. SBGB TV live call-in show. State your name, where you calling in from?
E-Nice calling in from New Jersey.
What's going on with you, E-Nice?
Hey, not Big DEEZY. What's going on with you?
Oh, man, everything Tahi. What's goody?
Hey, now I was listening to your story. I woke up in the morning listening to you now.
Okay.
So it is like, I think it's a lot of, like, first of all, you don't represent yourself. You don't get a court opponent lawyer. So if you a grown man, you got to start handling business a little differently than you did when you was 20.
Yeah, you definitely got to mature.
And I'm not saying not to do what he's doing. I'm just saying handling a little business. And if you got 2 or 3 people coming to your house or saying that they dropped something off to you, that's conspiracy that I know of.
Yeah, they got a lot of evidence against him.
Why? How?
Because they collected it and they said they got 600,000 pieces of evidence.
That's what I said. How you get all this evidence?
Because they've been doing a lengthy investigation over a couple years.
Because they got some snitches.
Of course.
That's
how the game goes. Your homies, the ones that you doing dirt with, gonna be the first ones to turn on you.
The one behind the counter at your store.
They gonna be the first ones to turn on you.
I'm crazy. I'm thinking the Michael Vick thing. I'm not the toughest guy, whatever, but if I'm your cousin, I'm riding with that. Like, he ain't got nothing to do with this. It's all me. We big 0.2.
You said, what are you talking about?
Weebay on the wire.
You said somebody's cousin?
I said, Michael Vick's cousin on a dog thing.
Okay.
If I'm doing all that, I'm taking the charges for Mike. Mike didn't have nothing to do with it.
Well, they got Michael Vick though.
That's because he didn't take the charge. He the one snitched. The cousin.
I mean, that's always gonna happen, bro. That shit, that take the charge shit sound good, bro. Like when you say it, it comes off like it sounds like music to the ears, right? But it's a different story when you sitting in the cell and you got another nigga in there farting all night, and you got another nigga in there, keep burping, and he in there got to piss and shit, and you thinking about, man, I gotta do this for 10, 15 years. I gotta do this for 5 years. Even if I gotta do it for 2-3 years, that shit sounds different when you in this situation. Most individuals that get in the situation for another individual is gonna tell.
Correct. But in my mind, if you doing this job, you doing what you was doing. So don't say you wasn't doing it. Because if you didn't want to go to jail, you shouldn't have been doing it. Do your homework. Like, if you think you tough, understand how they gonna catch you if you slip up. And then you got like a leeway where you can play with.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't think about when they get caught. That's something that people don't think about. Like, most people, 90-something% of the people that do something, they never think about when they get caught. So they never prepared for an attorney. They never prepared to fight the case. They don't go study at the law library. They don't do anything. They just get caught and then go with the flow and see what the results are.
Now, you from New York?
Nah, I'm not from New York. I lived in New York before, though.
All right, because you got a New York accent. That's why I said that. We used to go to New York. I'm from New Jersey. So we go to New York doing our bad stuff. When I took my car to New York, or if I put people in my car, we couldn't smoke, we couldn't do little things like that. And I gave them a scenario of what to tell them coming back. Because if you get pulled over, they separate you.
Every time.
So you don't want your stories to be switched up.
Yeah.
This is what we saying. We went here to get a system, this, that, and the third. Stop deviating. You know what I mean? If you didn't understand that, you didn't ride.
You know, so I'm glad you said that, right? So this is what, you know, we gotta you know, understand that we don't understand, right? Now, it's okay, you know, that you told your homies this is what we say, right?
Yes.
But the golden rule is don't say nothing, right? So when I had a situation, right, where me and my homie got stopped one time, right? And the police asked my homie shit and me shit. We just looked at him. We gave him our ID, right? They asked for your ID. All right, here go my ID. When they started questioning where you going, what this, we just staring at him.
You're right.
Now, it's like, I ain't even, those is not the questions I answered. I provided you what you asked for. When you say you got your ID on you here, boom, right? Now, and I'm gonna say that, right? This was in my days when I used to smoke bud, right? Long ago. So I was smoking bud, right? I had bud on me, right? So they're questioning my homie about the bud, right? And he just staring at him. Now, I don't know nothing about that, right? They question me about the bud. They say, it's on you. I smell it, right? They searched me like 5 times. Couldn't find nothing. Damn, fuck is this bud at, right? I don't know nothing about no bud. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to talk to you about the bud. So they had to let us go. As soon as we pulled off, I lit the bud back up. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have sat there and explained to them about something about the bud, it would have made them dig more. But being as though they smelt it, they like, I smell it and it's raw. You know what I mean? But they couldn't find the bud. So it wasn't for me to talk to them about nothing and make no explanation. I gave you my ID. If you find it, we'll deal with it then. If you don't, I'ma smoke the shit.
I didn't bring the dogs out.
They didn't bring the dogs. They gave a warning for no seatbelt and let us go. You know what I'm saying? But the statement that I'm making there is, no matter what, you never supposed to explain yourself to the authorities. You know, if it's a group of niggas, if everybody understands, we just sit there and look dumb, you got a better shot than try to say where you was going. Because what they're going to do is they're going to talk to you nice and calm.
Cross-examine.
Yeah. So now they talk to you nice and calm, right? Make you get good. You tell them your one story, right? Then they go talk to your homie and then they say something funny. And then they come back with, well, he said this, even though they might be lying, it's just a manipulation game to get you to say something different. Now everything's going backwards because they playing the back and forth game when all you had to do is just sit there. Like when I get in front of people, I don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? This is not time to question me. I don't have an attorney here. You asked me for my license, I gave them to you. Now that's all you need to ask me for. You explaining where I'm going or where I came from is how they get you. So if you never explain where you come from or where you're going, what else are we going to talk about?
Paperwork. Give me a ticket of what you got me a ticket for.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if everybody understood that, it'd make it harder for them to get themselves in a lot of situations. Because sometimes, well, a lot of times people make their own case from saying where they was going.
They tell on themselves.
There you go.
We was young doing that. Like, I'm 50 plus now, so we don't do that. But
yeah,
we was young.
You know that, like, but that's something that the young people gotta learn. You never explain yourself to the authorities. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're wrong. Now, if you ain't do nothing wrong and you not living that life, hey, so by any means, if that's what you feel you want to do, that's what you want to do. But if you are doing anything wrong and you are out of line, you never try to explain yourself, because what you say can and will be used against you
in a court of law.
That's a fact.
You have the right to remain silent. That's in the thing, in the text.
Of course, and a lot of people, when you get in that situation, it's easier said than done, right? Because I can say this shit, but it's when people get in that situation, the nervous system starts to juggle around. Your body gets nervous, the organs start bouncing funny, and then your mind start going around, so you don't know how to handle it. But the first thing a joker should say, man, I ain't saying nothing. You know what I mean? And every time I was in a situation, and maybe I might have been wrong when I didn't say nothing, when I pulled off, I was like, yeah.
I'm gonna say, remember Ray Caruth. Good Lord.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen, bro, I appreciate you calling in, man. Stay locked in.
You already know. Like I said yesterday, I'll call you, tomorrow.
Appreciate you calling in, bro.
Say that.
SBGB TV, live call-in show.
DEEZY, what's up? West LA School. I had to tap back in with you. I see you still going live, bro.
Yes, sir.
Look, shout out to you, bro. Look, let me ask you this. Look, you remember Wack said the feds, didn't he say Jay Prince got him caught up because his wiretap was, his phone was tapped? That's how Wack got involved, right? Didn't he say that, or am I tripping?
Yeah, he did say Jay Prince's phone was tapped. He was lying.
That's okay, right. So let me ask you this. So if the feds hit him, because when he had the call, right? The call was, they said, we heard, or it was a rumor that Jay Prince was threatening him, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you, it's kind of foggy in my memory right now. But what I'm saying to you, if they called him and said, we heard, or something is going on, ain't he in Big U wiretaps getting threatened?
Yeah.
So the feds ain't interested now, huh?
Yeah, see, listen, that was a great point there, Scoop.
Oh, come on, bro.
Yeah, that was a great point. Yeah.
Listen, come on, man. It'd be so many points I can't make. I don't like. I be sitting there. I'm like, everything you say, I'm like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, ding, 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 light going like, right when I say, you like, listen to Wack, y'all.
Yeah.
But let me ask you about this too, DEEZY. You say the boy. I didn't hear this. The boy want his son to be a police officer?
Yeah, that's what he wants. Out of all these jobs and all these businesses in the world, he's excited. Yeah, my son's gonna be a cop.
Oh, like he was excited with his nephew 600 was gonna be a sheriff.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. You want law enforcement all around him, huh?
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look. Hey, I was looking at his name. I said, because when you called him Elroy's, I'm like, damn. I had we call him a corner person. They always say Elroy's. I'm like, I thought they got it from up there. I think y'all listen to ain't the boy named Elroy? Ain't got name Elroy in his name?
Yeah, Mick Elroy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It fit him to the teeth. Okay. So back to the son. Listen. So he want Blueface to have a better legacy than his son?
Listen, he wants be father like son.
Because let me ask you, what's for where you at or what what's a policeman's best annual rate salary?
Man, that motherfucker, the best might be 80,000.
Okay. So but he in a position. You got the dude said, "What's your boy name too?" That was you was on his ass too. What's the dude on No Jumper now?
Which one? Sporty Face or Ant?
No, the other one, the new guy. Talking about Wack got an empire.
Oh yeah, Doughboy.
Wack broke it down to him. What Wack told him, if you from the 70s and moved to woo, right? If you had some uncles, they would have yanked on you and let you know, right? Did he say that to him?
Yeah.
He said, well, hold on. What was Wack uncles when he bought Adam a dildo up there?
Crazy.
I seen him broke it down. He broke it down how Doughboy did all this wrong. I'm like, hold on, what was your uncles at that when you brought that boy a dildo up there? Hey,
sick. Sick.
Like you say, the more he talk, he will talk about himself. And then one more thing I want to say to you, this look. Look, remember the show America's Most Wanted?
Yeah.
John Walsh, all he did was talk about crimes. That's Wack. He Wack talk about more crimes than John Walsh.
Yeah, he do.
And they ain't never got questioned. Hey, look, he got more stories of crime than John Walsh, and ain't never got questioned.
And they didn't question John Walsh.
Right. And look, DEEZY, anything you do right in life, like you got a wife or whatever, it's a partnership, correct?
Yeah.
And let me ask you this: with your partner or anybody you deal with, if only your opinion matters, it's not a true partnership, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you. So you telling me, hold on, Wack don't got no true partnership with R&B, because I know her word don't matter over there. We already know that, right?
Yeah.
He don't got no true partnership with the Clubhouse Minions, because only his word matter over there, right? That you done broke down a million times. Only his word matter, right?
Yeah.
So where's his true partnership at?
Man, he don't got none. It's only about self. He's the only nigga that we know that says he got all this business going on and don't got one employee.
Right. We ain't see, hold on. That why he can't establish over is because he don't know how to be a partnership. Like, I was thinking about how you get a hand up. Well, hold on. When he was talking about music, when he was talking to academics about contracts and all that, I'm like, why is the academic even talking to Wack about contracts? Wack don't do music no more.
At all.
Well, when last time Wack did some music? I'm just being honest. Like, serious.
At all.
He got Blueface and getting in the ring, you know what I'm saying? Then, like you said, I said to you the other day, you like, I don't like them, get out of here. You said when the out-of-towners, he don't like the out-of-towners. They don't know nothing, right? The out-of-towners.
That's what he always say.
So what is Flakko?
You see, it's like he's selective with it.
Okay. I didn't know. I thought okay, I'm making sure Flakko ain't from LA because he's so cool with him. I'm just making sure. Because I heard the bull the other day, when you had reran the shit, I thought the dude was saying, I thought Wack was going to tell him, Bozo, Big U. That's when I realized, I said, this clip kind of old right here. The dude said, you ain't pulled up on Big U. I thought he was going to say Big U in jail, but I could see it was kind of old or whatever. But
yeah.
the nigga, he said, what part? He said, Wack can't go to no part. He said, you pick a part. Any one of them. Hey.
Nigga can't go nowhere.
Like, any one of them, bro. But I had to chime in on you one time last DEEZY, said I had to make sure I get out there. I wasn't still up, I had to make a run, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out them streets like you say, bro, but it's all good. That's PG. One love. Shout out, bro.
I appreciate you calling in, bro.
All right, DEEZY, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, smash that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you share this live. Share this live. Hit that subscribe button, man. Appreciate all of y'all, man, that rock with the channel, man. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy DEEZY. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.
Came out the mud, now we map out the stars. Hands on the wheel, got my life in the car. Up and down roads, they said ain't for me. Now I run routes like a wide body Jeep. Selling work out the trunk, I was freezing at lights. Eating chips for dinner, counting quarters at night. Now it's bags in the back, got them strapped to the seats. Every mile one prayer, one now police. Off the pain, then I double that flip, did it all again. Highway to the million, I'm there for it. Turn that stress into stone, then I built with it. From a stash in the door to a safe in the crib, I was driving for my life.